Welcome to Primetime. After a massive episode of Breakdown last week where new champions were crowned, we move into the new era of Primetime. We are only a few days away from Dual Dream and our brackets are at their final stages. Tonight we will know our Primetime bracket finals as well as a few other matches. So let's get into our opening bout. It's opening bout time here on Primetime, and it's the Sandman who is entering the arena. Last week on Primetime, he showed up after Roddy Strong's match to challenge him here tonight, and well, he's certainly looking to make an impact against him.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Philadelphia, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Sandman!
Beer in hand and a whole lot of attitude. This ECW legend, icon of the sport, is ready to roll here tonight. Hyping himself up, he makes his way towards the ring with not the best record here in Primetime and in IPW more specifically, losing out in his Conquest qualifier, and I believe he also lost to Roderick Strong in a brawl of a matchup. He's here tonight to get revenge against Roddy and take a victory he wants back. Sulking his way realistically around ringside. He's hyping himself up here, ready to go, because Roddy is the master of the backbreaker, end of heartache, as well as other maneuvers that target your sternum, your stomach, and your chest area more specifically. The Sandman won't be realistically able to utilize some of that offense he likes to go for, which requires things like suplexes where you're stretching the sternum if Roddy's targeting out that area. Here tonight, the slow walk to the ring, the crowd hyped up here for this opening bout on Primetime. The kendo stick raised to the sky sets us up ready for the Undisputed Kingdom's member in Roderick Strong to come out to the ring.
And his opponent from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 200 pounds, Rogers Rick Storm!
Roddy Strong, ready to roll tonight. Certainly not the freshest of combatants, having competed last week on Primetime, whereas the Sandman's had a few weeks to kind of recoup, get ready, and come into tonight's bout here on Primetime, ready to go. But it's freshness versus experience, some may say, in an IPW ring, going up against each other here in our opening bout tonight. Which man will come out on top? We're ready to go, and the Sandman strikes first. A big time lariat to kick us off. Ref Gregathy drawing the action tonight in our opening bout. Ooh, vicious chop to kick us off. And the Sandman is taking it to Roddy here. Backing away on the offense into an early pin. Shoots the half. Only lands a one. Roddy obviously taking some early offense against him from the Sandman. Rolls to the outside to buy a bit of space, but He's unable to get too much because on the outside already, the Sandman taking it to his counterpart here. Vicious knees connecting to the head of Roderick Strong here. Kicks to the leg. The Sandman punishing Roddy on the outside. Finally tosses him into the ring. But diving elbow connecting into the pin. It has been non-stop Sandman in the early goings here. And he is continuing on with control of this match. He fireman carries up Roddy Strong, dropping him neck first across that top rope. Kicks to the back of the leg. Finally, Roderick Strong able to fight back a little bit. Picks him up. Backbreaker. Dropping him across the knee. Roddy, his offense very potent. Goes for it again. It's more of a gut buster than a backbreaker if you think about it. Because he's turning him as he's dropping him. Sandman fights out of whatever Roderick was looking for there. Drops an elbow, following up with his offense. Sick kick connects from Roderick Strong. Absolutely blasts the Sandman from out of nowhere. End of Heartache could be coming soon for the Sandman. Roderick Strong, out of nowhere, turned this match into his advantage. Picks Sandman up for a suplex. Going to the top rope. Could see double axe handle. Yes, indeed. Crowns him on the top of the head. Leaping knee drop as well. Sandman rolls out to the outside to buy a bit of space, but Roderick Strong staying on top of him. This continual onslaught of offense, keeping his opponent in check. Throws him back outside. Well, in front of us here at the English announce desk, as the Sandman gets busted open. Both men making their way back into the ring. A 6 count was reached, but that is it. Sandman fights out of the grasp of Roderick Strong. Catches him into a pile driver position. Just walking around with Roddy. And plants him. Spike pile driver connecting. A perfect maneuver to plant a person who's had neck troubles in his past. Roderick Strong somehow surviving on sheer instinct alone there. The Sandman in firm control now. Fireman carry position once more. Snake eyes across that top turnbuckle. Roderick Strong and the Sandman trading shots here. Dropkick is evaded, and the Sandman starting to strike cleanly. High rent district in the eyes of the Sandman. Leaping elbow drop from the top rope into a pin. Gravity counts the 2. And that's all that comes from it. Roddy Strong caught on the apron, pulled back in, and a clubbing blow to the back of his neck. The Sandman continuing to target that weak spot on Roddy Strong here. You can have to feel he may look to go for that pile driver one more time to win the match. But Roddy Strong setting him up. Oh, vicious backbreaker by Roddy Strong there. It was more of a slingshot utilizing that top rope. And the strong lock applied that Boston Crab. Not gonna ascertain the win, but certainly does some damage to his opponent. The issue is he's slow to get back up. He evades the grasp of the Sandman. He's now fighting for it, and this could be the end of Heartache. 1, 2, 3. Roderick Strong wins, and wins this, I would say, rubber match, but you can sense he's hurt. The injury, Gregory keeping Roddy away. You can tell Roderick Strong was in a war there, grasping his back. I'm surprised he's not holding his neck, because that certainly would be where it hurts the most. Anyway, we advance now to our next matchup here on Primetime. Well, Luke Gallows making his way to ring, and he's, vicious attack here before the bell. It appears to be Joe Coffey attacking him. And this is a rematch from last weekend, or week's episode of Primetime. Obviously, we saw on Breakdown Spinner Showdown the OG Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson take on Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley in a matchup for the title that was decided by the spinner. I believe it was an Extreme Rules match that obviously went the way of Team 3D. There's this matchup, obviously, Gallus and the OG kind of are battling each other here. Gregory's issued a 7 count right now. Kind of surprising because the bell technically shouldn't have rang just yet. Up to a 9. And that is it.
Here is your winner, Luke Gallows.
I don't really know how you can call that a match, but it's over just like that. Ref Gregory calls for the bell, and we are done here. Let's move into whatever comes out next. Well, after that insane matchup, we move into our next bout. It is a tag team matchup featuring...
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 429 pounds, the Militia.
G.O.D., the Gorillas of Destiny, looking to make a statement here tonight on Primetime. They've been battling the Young Bucks every single week, and here tonight they're looking to showcase their skills and take them down. It is not going to be easy, but they look fired up, ready to go here. I certainly feel they have a high chance picking up the dub. Now that being said, the Young Bucks, a storied history, as we've told once before with G.O.D. And well, tonight, they're looking to continue this rivalry and win.
104 pounds, the Mega Bucks.
Nick and Matt Jackson, arguably one of the greatest teams to ever do it, are here tonight looking for another big time victory. They feel they deserve a shot at Team 3D, but they've been put to the wayside after their loss at Conquest for the belts. And well, here on Primetime, they've made this show their home, where they've been constantly feuding with GOD, which, if they do pick up the victory tonight, it certainly puts them in line for the title at Dual Dream. We'll kick things off with Tama Tonga, and I believe that is Matt Jackson. Sorry, Nick Jackson in there for his team. Already the offense coming out here from the Bucks, landing some vicious kicks against their opponent. Tama Tonga, vicious in his own right, gonna tag out here to Tongaloa. And this should be where the power and the aggression steps up more. Tongaloa, the more powerhouse brother of GOD. Eyes onto Matt Jackson's as he gets thrown into the corner. Sorry, it's Matt Jackson in the ring. Nick's now the legal combatant. I always get the Jacksons mixed up. Anyway, Nick now stomping away on Tongaloa, delivering a big time knee, keeping the pressure on, not allowing to tag out. Just gonna get Irish Whip reversed though. Tongaloa tries to land a vicious strike, instead opts the headbutt, and then just throw Nick Jackson across the ring. Tag out here. Tama Tonga now legal. Eats a super kick for his troubles. And he is on the receiving end of some big time punishment from Nick Jackson. Irish whip into this rolling elbow. Beautiful strike there by the Young Buck. Massive Irish whip as well. Plants Tama Tonga due to the recoil he experienced off of the back of that. Matt now legal, tagging out to his older brother. My older brother. Nick now legal, gonna continue to apply pressure here. Tama facing a lot of offense. The Irish whip, spinning elbow strike combination once more by Nick Jackson. Pinfall almost surmounts into a win, but Tongaloa enters illegally and just tosses his opponent about. Irish whip gets reversed here, and Tama Tonga looked to go for a strike there, but his brother interrupting it. Certainly not the best of sights to see from GOD. The Bucks tag out, and Matthew lands a famouser. Very nicely done there. Super kick. Connects with ease and only surmounts to a 2 count. Tama Tonga has been busted open. Irish whip sends Matthew over the top rope. Nice kick as he comes back into the ring. But he's allowing Tonga Loa to tag in himself, the hot tag. And he's firing up on all cylinders. Matt Jackson evades that onslaught. Irish whips him into his corner. Spin kick connects. Possible tag there, I thought, by Matt Jackson, but does not get it. He does play. I don't know whether managed to get back to his feet off the offense of Tonga Loa. He's just booting away. Vicious strikes. He's not actually letting go here. Pulling back on the arm. And then just delivering a nice, kind of like meteora to the back. Nick Jackson now the legal member for his team. And he eats a big boot for his troubles. Tonga Loa in control here. But he's in the wrong corner. He's in the Bucks side of the ring. He could quite literally whip him somewhere safe, but he isn't going to be able to do so, as Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, firmly in the driving seat of this match. Tonga Loa seizing the opportunity to just drop the neck of Matt Jackson across that top rope. A tag out here. Tama now legal. But realistically speaking, Nick here just gonna continue to apply the pressure. He's possibly eyeing up a super kick. BT trigger or EVP, whatever you want to call it. Could be in the eyes of the Young Bucks here. Boot scraping. Tama, and then a running boot as well. Tama is on Dream Streak and he's being pinned. 1, 2. Massive kick out there by God. And they are staying alive in this match. But for how much longer? Oh, that maneuver. The roll through super kick. Almost connecting there for Matt Jackson. But instead, opting for these Muay Thai knees in the corner. Tama fights out of there though. Looking for the gun stun. Not going to be able to get it. In fact, both men missing their finishers. Tama though, bloodied right now. Potential tag almost. The Bucks could have gone for more bang for your buck, maybe. EVP trigger would have been also in their sight. Tag out, Tonga Loa now legal. And he has Matt Jackson in the perfect position to just toss him about. Brutalize him with these knees. And just take it to the Young Bucks. Big time fall away slam. But he can't stop the hot tag. He does instead just opt to turn his attention to Nick on entry. But Nick is strong. He's cocky and has such a flurry of offense that's so hard to be matched in the ring. That if you are Tonga Loa here, you have to feel you are on the losing side of the matchup. Spinning elbow strike just takes away the daylight from Tama Tonga. Gun stun though, from out of nowhere connects. Could this be it? 1, 2. Matt in at the last second to break it up. Possum pin roll up here. Nick trying to steal one. Almost does so. Super kick connects to the wrong man. Tongaloa trying to retreat, but gets caught by the super kick. He saves his brother from a loss. And Tama is taking it to Nick now, thanks to his brother's saver. His ability to save him. Just running the ropes. Planting him. And setting him up. The crossover plants into the swinging DDT. Good night, Nick Jackson. You're on Dream Street. As it looks like God are setting up for the Magic Killer. Gregathy into position. This is it. God win this.
Here are your winners, the Militia.
This big time bout was back and forth. Tongaloa, the MVP of the bout, running defense, protecting Tama from the super kick. What a way to win. And what a matchup. Let's move into our next bout here on Primetime. It's hard to believe we're already halfway through tonight's show. And well, it's time for a banger. As
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
the Macho Man making his way to the ring tonight here in IPW. We don't see him often, but when you do, it's a big match stipulation. Fatal four-way with 4 of the greats competing in it. The Macho Man leading the field, and it's always good when you hear the build-up to his song, because it sets you up so goddamn much for the hypeness that he brings to the arena. But does his opponent do the same? This can never be good. You have the regalness, the desire, and the overall ring general style of the Macho Man versus this monster making his IPW debut. The Fiend is here. And he is certainly ready to go. Bringing such an enigmatic feel as the Fireflies are on full display here tonight in IPW and in the Primetime arena. You know this man has such a legendary career, one that could rival that of the Macho Man. Former WWE champion, former tag team champion, one of the greats to ever do it, one of the best characters in the business. The Fiend, ready to set his eyes on IPW's top prize in the undisputed men's World Heavyweight Championship. Something everyone is after ever since we got a new champion at Spinner Showdown. But who will be challenging Shawn Michaels at Dual Dream? We certainly don't know as of yet. But could someone in this match make a statement large enough to challenge for it? Certainly only time will tell, as the rest of the field needs to be revealed to understand the state of play in this battle. We're going to find out who's coming out third here. And well, this is someone has a similar build-up as Randy Savage. When you hear the yeah, you're hyped because Dave Batista is coming to the ring. And it usually brings a lot of fireworks.
From Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds, the Animal Batista!
One of the best pyros in the business, and arguably one of the best powerhouses ever in the game. Former World Heavyweight Champion, former WWE Champion, you name it, he's done it. Dave Bautista is a man on a mission. And while he doesn't technically have the shape anymore, he is still one of the best, one of the most jacked men in the world. He's looking to make such a statement here and take down two other greats so far. Whoever the third man, the fourth man in this match is, you kind of hope they're on the same caliber, same pedigree as these three combatants. And well, all four men will be walking alone in this matchup. There is no there's no friend. And well, this is certainly someone.
The New Day from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 285 pounds, Big E!
One of the greatest tag team champions ever. Big E, former WWE champ as well. He's been dominant when he's able to compete. And when he's on his game, it's so hard for people to match him. Unfortunately, not been able to compete recently in recent times due to injury. But he's here tonight in IPW, ready to take on three tough opponents. We get ourselves underway here. This fatal four-way. And already we're seeing people partying up. It's the Macho Man and Dave Batista. Big E taking on The Fiend. And the two powerhouses ending on the mat first. This is more like what I would love to see. Dave Batista versus Big E is such a what if. I'm pretty sure they may have faced off when it was Evolution versus others like The Shield. There may have been a chance for that to result in a match between everyone here. But it never came to be, I don't think. But for right now, what we're seeing is the Macho Man taking control, this airplane split, just taking Dave Batista to Dizzy Town. as anything goes here in a fatal 4-way match. Weapons are allowed, and well, Batista wanted to introduce one. Isn't able to do so just yet. Got knocked out of his hands by the Macho Man. And it's now just carnage. His body's spilling out everywhere, really. Thanks to the Fiend. Chokebuster by the Fiend to Batista. And here comes the chair. Being slammed into the Macho Man and into Big E. The Fiend is certainly a hard person to kind of mitigate, to stop his offense. He is kind of a tank that, as a whole, to keep him down on that mat, it is such a hard job to do. Around the world he goes, though, getting tossed by Batista now, who is starting to get a roll going. Macho Man fights out of his grasp and then just eye-rakes him. Big E now taking it to the Macho Man and now getting tossed about by Batista. A pinfall attempt here in the early goings. This amounts to a 2 count. And now we're heading towards a decent result here. All 4 combatants are on a kind of struggle bus here. I believe Batista was busted open as his sister Abigail connects. Pin gets broken up here. Batista, it appears, was busted open on the right temple. He is now being mandible clawed. A 1 count there. The Fiend unleashing his offense, in control of this bout. He's taken his anger out on Big E as well as Dave Batista. The Macho Man's done well to evade it so far. He's kind of playing on the outside, away from everyone, and picking his moments to take it out on the competition. Big E now into a pin. Not going to be able to get much as Batista breaks it up. Good work here by all 4 men who are wanting the victory here. Big E catches Macho Man. Delivers the Tilt the World Slam. Macho Man into a pin. Batista breaks it up. And he's turning his attention to the Macho One. Catches him. A gut wrench slam out from Batista. Goes to the pin himself, but unable to get a victory just yet. They're still fighting the other 3 men, stopping him from getting the victory. Macho Man being left in the ring with Batista. Gonna run. Gets caught with the boot. Batista sizes him up. The Batista bomb is in play. The Macho Man fights out of his grasp, though. Delivers a leaping lariat. Batista's in the drop zone. And the Macho Man looking to deliver that elbow. Connecting to the back of the animal. Could this be it? 1, 2. And somehow the animal fights out of it. Staying alive. For how much longer as Big E now taking it to the former World Heavyweight Champion. Sizing him up. Dropping him for a snake eyes. Vicious kendo stick strike. Smashed across the top of the head of Big E. That stick just disintegrated. As The Fiend rolls out to the outside. We're down to 3 in the ring. Big E's busted open. Well, the Animal busted open earlier. Hasn't lost a step. Looking to pick up the victory here. Fiend rolls back in. He's rolling straight into Dave Bautista, who is applying his signature offense, his brutality. Macho Man dropped across the top rope and being punished by Big E. Big E now being targeted by Batista, and the Fiend now being targeted by Macho Man. It's one for all for one. And Batista's sizing up the Macho Man yet again for the Batista bomb. This time, he plants him. Doesn't go for the pin. Big E's pulling the straps down, which usually means a big ending could be coming. Pin attempt here by the Animal. Not gonna get the win here as Big E sizing up for the big ending. Connecting. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Big E.
In the battle of the former WWE champs, Big E stands tall and wins it. What a performance as we head into our 5th matchup of the night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from North Carolina, weighing in at 218 pounds, Kenny Omega!
Kenny Omega has been a monster here on Primetime, and he's had one storied history with one other man. The inaugural IPW World Heavyweight Champion Bryan Danielson hasn't been able to get up to them same feats that he once did, winning that Battle for the Belt tournament. Kenny was not included in that, and he felt that he deserved to, being the best bout machine, and every step of the way he has battled Bryan for superiority as the better wrestler. Last week on Primetime, Danielson sat at ringside for a Kenny match, and well, he got involved, and Kenny did he did not like it. That's why tonight IPW management has scheduled us for a one-on-one bout.
From Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, Bryan Danielson!
Between these two greats of the game, can Bryan reclaim some former glory that he lost, where Kenny took the lead and the advantage over him? Danielson really has not looked the same since losing his belt, and well, here tonight he wants to lay claim to what was his. We've already talked about potential first matchups for Shawn Michaels, and well, there's a lot of history between Michaels and Danielson. Is that the next logical step in IPW? We will have to wait and see as we close in on Abdul Dream this Saturday, which will be an absolute belter, as I thought that was gonna be Brian going for the Busaiku knee almost immediately. That looked weird, but it was a nice suplex regardless out. He's gone for it again. It looks so weird when he goes for it, but Danielson, in quick succession, has landed 2 big suplexes on Kenny. These two have been constantly battling one another here in IPW, and have put on some of the best bouts we've seen week in and week out. Quick roll up here by Kenny, trying to get a shock win over the Dragon. Because like a roll up win like that would certainly not be how fans expect it to go. Danielson targeting the arms of the cleaner, the best bout machine. A lot of names in this matchup that these men can go by. A man with a million holds is this figure 4 leg lock applied to Kenny's legs there. Not going to surmount into a victory just yet, but the fact is Danielson can just pick apart an opponent limb by limb and set himself up for victory. And while these pins won't surmount into a victory himself, it wears down Omega. Surfboard stretch looking to be applied here by the Dragon, stomping away at the back of Omega. A trouble spot in Omega's past. German suplex, perfectly executed by the American Dragon. Calling Kenny up, setting up for a dive. And we have a flying goat here on Primetime. This bout already living up to expectations. Big time V-trigger connects. Omega playing possum, some may say, on the outside, connecting to the temple of Bryan Danielson. High Rent District is the name and the place where Kenny is moving to. Diving crossbody caught by Danielson and just body slams Kenny. Leaping knee as well as Danielson heads high risk. King Kong knee drop evaded as Kenny setting him up for the springboard drop kick. Big time knee connecting. Nip up by the Dragon. Kenny fights out the grasp of Danielson, setting him up. Punch connects. Danielson being carried onto Kenny's shoulders. The one-winged angel connects with ease to somehow Danielson kicks out. Busaiku knee plants the cleaner. 1, 2. Neither man can pick up the win with their finisher, as Danielson teeing off on the body of Omega. Rolls through once more into this figure 4. Kenny not opting to tap out, realizing he's still capable of fighting. Rolls to the outside, but Danielson sees the dive once more. Leaps through, connects with pure precision. Kenny, though, fighting back here on the outside. Drops the knee across the throat. and does it again. Why the hell not? Danielson is walking wounded. Is Kenny connecting with his offense? Gregory's up to a 5 count. We don't want it to end via count out. Can he get back in the ring? Bring Danielson with you. Thank goodness. Some smartness out of the cleaner. He knows what the fans want. And the fans want a war. Not something that ends on the outside. Danielson now getting some kind of revenge on Omega. And he's going to stomp his way through the heart and the chest of the cleaner. He's got it in. Looking to pick up the victory there. That almost was it. 1, 2. The roll-up almost lands in an Omega win. Possibly looking for that V-trigger there. But instead, a big-time moonsault connects. Spear to the outside. Danielson is on dream streak as Omega firmly in control of this bout. Plants him. Rib first across the knee. Danielson, nice drop kick to the legs of Omega. Plants him face first on the outside. Neither men wanting to give up here. Just whipping each other around this ring. Gregory's up to a 5. 6 now. Omega not moving. Danielson going high risk. Calling Omega back to his feet. And just dives out. Breaks the count. And gets back in the ring. Omega getting back to his feet. Realizing he's in potential danger. Waits for Danielson to come out and meet him. Just throws him. Why not? He's now on the attack. Back into the ring he goes. Calling his shot. Springboard. Misses. And Danielson can capitalize. Irish whips. Misses the Boo Psycho knee. But connects on the rebound. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Danielson stands tall over Omega in what is a massive victory. Could this be the turnaround in Danielson's career? This is not what we want to see from the Dragon. He doesn't need to do this. And Grayson Waller, of all people, stops him. Protecting Kenny. What's the history here between these two? Why is Waller out to protect Omega? It's time for our main event. It is a dual dream bout. Win this and you're going to the pay-per-view. Lose and you're out of the tournament.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the OC from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
This bout has changed a lot since Spinner Showdown. It is the women's world champion taking on the men's world champion. After picking up a victory in a special guest referee match that for some reason I was involved in, Fallon Henley lent herself to new heights. But basically, after this match, either AJ or Becky is getting a shot at the champion. And well, Fallon here tonight, she's hot stepping in for the first ever entrance with that belt.
Partner from Chelsea, Michigan, the undisputed women's world champion, Fallon Henley.
Not many people expected her to upset the Irresistible Force. Well, the former Irresistible Force, as the prodigy of IPW now holds the belt. And well, she did it. She finally won a championship and didn't fall short for the third time in a row. But actually, I just realized this isn't the undisputed men's champion. Seth Rollins lost the belt at Spinner Showdown in that fatal 4-way match. So unfortunately, he walks to the ring tonight without a belt for the first time in a long time.
And from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
It's hard to believe that Mr. Tuesday Night Seth freaking Rollins has not got his belt with him anymore. But it's not let it affect him. Still, you hear the choir of the IPW fans singing him to the ring. And well, he's looking to reclaim it on Saturday against Shawn Michaels. He wants his rematch then and there at Dual Dream. And well, the only person who has anything to gain in this matchup is Becky Lynch. Win and she will face Fallon Henley when she wants it. It won't be at the pay-per-view due to the fact that if she wins this match, she's still in the Dual Dream tournament and will be competing in that Dual Dream Primetime bracket finals, opening up the show. Well, certainly she looks ready to go tonight with her husband in tow. The man is looking to make a statement. But Fallon, she sees the title of the man and she wants it. She's already the prodigy, the future of the business, the irresistible force. Why not add the man? What's interesting is if Fallon Henley can win tonight, she'll compete in the Primetime bracket finals of the Dual Dream tournament, and she may not even have to defend her belt on the pay-per-view. We'll have to wait and see as this match kicks off with the men. Seth Rollins taking it already to AJ Styles with that springboard knee strike. Henley watching on as her man's brought right beside her. His knees being pulled on that rope. And Seth Rollins is on the offense. Springboard, float over DDT by the Phenomenal One. Connect with ease into the pin. So amounts to a 1 count. AJ now taking it to Rollins. Tag out. The women now legal. And the first time the women's champion has competed since winning the belt is now. Becky, though, not giving her any space as that German suplex was divine from the last kicker. Another title Fallon's after, maybe. I don't think she can really take big-time backs, but hey, she could try it. The men now legal. And the Phenomenal One chopping away at Seth. Jill gets in the way of that. Brainbuster from AJ. I believe the women are fighting on the outside. Lethal combination out here from AJ. He's just taking it to Seth right now. Akif strikes. Nice German suplex by the Phenomenal One. And Rollins is on Dream Streak right now. I believe Becky is beating up Fallon right now. That looked like maybe a leg drop. Forearms. Strikes coming out from AJ right now. Both women going at it on the outside. The men inside the ring brawling. Both women now walking back to their respective corners. It's intriguing how Fallon got out there for so long. Seth misses wildly with the enziguri, but lands the rolling elbow. AJ fights his way back to his feet. Springboard. Moonsault avoided. Seth now landing these vicious strikes to the head and temple of AJ. He picks him up and tosses him across the ring. AJ going to the top rope. Gets a bit froggy with it. Pinfall attempt. Becky in to break it up. And we still continue on. Seth feeling the wrath of AJ Styles here. The leg of the former champion targeted. Seth gets a cheat shot onto AJ as he tags out. But Fallon now in control. Neck breaker. Connects with ease. Becky though. Taking Fallon into the corner. Who now comes flying out with the Des Prez. Strikes are flying from the champ. Who's in control right now. Irish whip to the last kicker. Drop down. Leapfrog. Sets her up for an arm drag. And Becky now realizing why Fallon's champ now. Why she beat the Irresistible Force Nia Jax. Because this woman has grit, determination, and an onslaught of offense hard to deal with. She set her up for the Bulldog, connecting, planting the Becky. 2 count off of that. And the last kicker, the man. On the verge of maybe losing. Shoulder tackle. Buys her some space. Fallon. Dragon screw. Leg whips. Becky to the mat. Sizing her up here. Big time suplex. By the Prodigy. Teeing her up maybe. Setting her sights on the last kicker. Throws her into the corner. But gets evaded. Becky has the champ pinned up against that rope. Explode her into the corner. Becky wisely tagging out. Was on the receiving end of a lot of offense from her opponent. Seth now drops down. Sling blade connecting to AJ. Pulls AJ up. Ripcord knee. The Revolution knee. Connect. And AJ, though, comes flying back with his offense. Landing elbows to the head of Seth. Setting him up. Seth fighting out of whatever AJ was looking for there. Catches him with the kick to the stomach. And the stomp busts open the phenomenal one. Fallon quickly in to break up the pin. But for how much longer does it keep AJ in it as the Feeny splash connect? 2 count. And AJ fights out. This is one heck of a bout. Seth somehow finding control after last time the men were in. AJ was firmly in the control stage of the bout. Seth gets a bit froggy with it. Plants AJ with the frog splash. Controlling the former WWE champion. Big time suplex on AJ. Opting to tag out. Might be unwise here by... Oh! Fallon connects with the Famouser. 1, 2. That looked sick by our champ. Connecting with her finish. But Becky setting her up. The manhandle slam. Into the pin. 1, 2. And the champion fights out. The champ stays alive. She's not going to be manhandled for much more. But Becky eyeing the top rope. Going high risk. A moonsault by Becky. Not something you typically see out of her. And it's not typically something that will pick up a win for her. Drop kick in the corner. Fallon on Dream Street. Could potentially be on the verge of losing her first bout as champion. Suplex into the corner by Becky Planter. Arm drag by AJ as the men are now legal. Punches, catches Seth. Big time suplex. Just dropping Seth on his neck. AJ teeing off on the former undisputed men's champ. Sling blade though in response by Rollins. And the women now legal once more. Fallon lands Inzaguri. Has Becky where she wants her. Slamming her face first into the mat. Connecting with the boot to the stomach. And the champion has Becky in a position. A massive leaping elbow. Traveling halfway across the ring for that. A roll up. Fallon kicks out. And stays on top. Springboard. Drop kick connecting Becky in danger. As Fallon sets her up. Plants her. And into the pin she goes. 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, the team of Fallon Henley and
The champ wins her first bout as champion, and they advance into the Primetime bracket finals where they will face at the pay-per-view Mariah May, Will Ospreay. What a matchup that will actually be in the Primetime bracket finals, and possibly a teaser of a future Undisputed Women's World Heavyweight Championship bout. Only time will tell how that will shape up as we round out tonight's episode of Primetime. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here if you want to. And I'll see you guys for Breakdown this Thursday. Peace out.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking